I'm here with my good friend, C.L. Bryant from the Runaway Slave movie, a great producer. And we are here at the Steamboat Institute's Freedom Conference. This is your first time at the conference. You were a speaker. Tell us what you thought of the conference. Tell us about some of the people you met and what you are taking away from this.
Well, I want to first thank you, Becky, for name dropping and telling the folks about CL. And it was a great time that we had here. These people are the salt of the earth, and I do believe the answer to a lot of the problems that America is facing. If we get back to our core values, as we're talked about here at this conference, I think we have the solution and the healing for our nation.
Did you meet some people that you were surprised? I don't know if you've been to Colorado a whole lot, but what did you think about Steamboat and the folks that live here?
Steamboat. Jane and I took the free bus route yesterday down into the little town of Steamboat. The kids getting in on and off the bus, they say thank you and no thank you and so forth to the bus driver, and they're very polite people here. A bit of Americana that you kind of miss in other parts of the country. It's a place where people are very down to earth. It's different than Aspen. Aspen's a beautiful place, but Steamboat seems to be a little bit more down to earth than Aspen is. It's a beautiful place.
You had a really neat opportunity to meet Vice President Dick Cheney. How did that go? Did you have some interesting conversations?
The Vice President and I got a chance to talk to him about how the umbrella of the Republican Party should expand and how it is expanding. And the Vice President seemed very open to the idea of ways to do that. And of course, he's a very deep thinker. And that's what I took away from the conversation with him. But I want to say this, Becky, only in America would you find the great-grandson of a former slave and a man who was illiterate, whose grandson is now in such high company. Only in America. It's a great place. It's the greatest success story that the world has ever known.
I agree. And it was just wonderful seeing you sitting at the table with him. Today you gave a wonderful presentation, and it was really just brought the house down. What are some of the highlights from that presentation?
If we don't take the steps now to turn the tide here in America and then answer the question, what are we prepared to do as Americans as far as passing on the great legacy of our country to our children, then truly all could be lost. And I'm one of the very last people to be any type of naysayer or anything, but what I sense in the American psyche as I travel this country is so many people who feel as though there is a possibility that it could be lost, and that's tragic.
What is your remedy for that?
My remedy for that is to be who we are as conservatives, as Republicans. Don't run away from the fight that is coming, and we must make certain that we declare that if they want to fight this fight, then that's a fight we're going to make them fight, because we're not going to give it away. And as one of my staple sayings is now over the last 3.5, nearly 4 years this September, we will not go away quietly into the night. We as Americans will stand and we will fight.
That's great. You have produced a great movie, Runaway Slave, and it's going gangbusters throughout the nation. You've got a new one that you're working on. What is that about?
It will be called Red, White, and Black. Red, White, and Black will be a film that will tell the story of the South from the eyes of Southerners. Many times the story of the South has been told, in fact, most times, from either Hollywood or the Northeast up in New York. There's a certain nuance between Southern whites and Southern blacks that people from above the Mason-Dixon line really do not understand. There's a story about old white Southerners and old black Southerners that many people don't understand. And the ultimate goal is to show that since the division, racial division really came from the South, racial healing, I feel, also will come from the South. Place like you're from, Birmingham, my place like my home, Shreveport. I think we have a message of healing in all of those places.
Well, I can't wait to see that. But we want all of you to go and watch the great presentation that CL gave here at the Freedom Conference. You can go to steamboatinstitute.org to watch that. And CL, where can people go to find out more about you and maybe connect with you with social media?
Sure. RevCLBryant.com is the official website for me, RevCLBryant.com. I encourage all of you to go to Empower.org. That is a website that FreedomWorks has set up, particularly for minorities. And please hit me up on Twitter at RevCLBryant. Thank you so much, Becky.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and we hope that you'll come back again.